of all things that have really moved me the most has been the amount of fathers and daughters and sons and grandfathers and grandmothers that have hit me up to tell their stories and to pray over me and say, we're hoping that we could figure out something that we can do with you that could help to change things about the family law court system. And it can't just be dealt with on a local level, right? You got cities, states, counties, and then we also have Washington, D.C. We got Congress. And so one thing about me is sometimes I make the mistake of speaking about things too soon. You know, there's an image of a dog who got angry at someone and then he jumped off the top of this mountain and it was like, you didn't think before you reacted. So now you out there and it's only downhill from there. But I really feel like me shedding light about everything that was going on from the divorce trial leading up to trying to handle everything about these last issues on Zoom. We tried to do it 5 different times. The judge said, no, 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 no. He's got to come in. She's got to come in. Y'all got to come in and deal with all these issues in person, which sent the signal that maybe he's this determined to get me to come to court because he wants to arrest me. And then I got to court and seeing that there were 3-4 police officers in the courtroom. And I was like, well, I didn't really do anything to be arrested. We're both in contempt of court. And I want to thank God that I wasn't arrested. That was not the goal. I also want to give a little piece of clarity about one thing. When the judge made a judgment and he grabbed a child support payment from California laws, California court system, which literally has nothing to do with Georgia, Fulton County, or any of the California laws, Georgia laws, or the cost of living in Georgia has nothing to do with the cost of living in LA.
What's going on, guys? Jay the Black here. The video clip I'm going to have at the beginning is a video that Tyrese had posted about, I would say, right after the initial child support hearings back in April. And he spoke about how he felt like he was being unfairly treated. I wanted y'all to hear that before you get the gist of what I'm going to be speaking about here. I probably have another clip simultaneously with that as well, because it's very clear to me that Tyrese is not going to give up this situation. So to me, I feel like he's ready to go to war with his ex-wife and seemingly with the judge in this situation. Now, I don't know how this situation is going to play out with Tyrese, but it's very clear to me that Tyrese is fed up with the way that he feels like he's being treated. He feels like he's being mistreated in this situation, and he wants to speak out, and he's calling on fathers. I want y'all to understand something in regards to Tyrese. Now, what Tyrese is going through is not new. Men have been going through this for quite some time, especially a lot of black men. You know, we've been dealing, and I don't have children, but I'm just saying, me as a black man, as a part of the Black Male Collective, we have been dealing with child support issues for a very long time, and there has never been a push to make that situation better for fathers, because no one cares about fathers. Fathers are a means to an end. He spoke about it in the video clip. I'll link y'all to it. This article I'm going to look at, and also this video. You know, he talks about how basically the court system is $1 billion business, especially the divorce court business is $1 billion business, because the lawyers are making money. You got the system itself that's getting money, because trust me, that money goes to their hands before it goes to the the women, the baby mothers, right? They're getting the government's getting their money first, then they're giving what's left over to the baby's mothers. That's why they demand such a high amount from these guys. Not to say they're not giving the women what they're asking for, but guys like Tyrese have to pay court fees, lawyer fees. That it's become a business. It's become a business, and I feel like the child support system has been abused. I really do, because I mean, you look at Samantha, right? Let's take a look at Samantha real quick. Now, I'm not here to denigrate Samantha, but Samantha right now is a content creator, and she's growing on YouTube. And again, that's due to her work. She's putting the work in. But what happens when she grows a significantly big channel? Right? She does live streams and she's getting donations, right? She got that Cash App on the screen on her live streams. So what happens when, she gets bigger and bigger and she has a bigger and bigger channel, which means she's going to make more money, right? Especially she's putting up videos. She's putting up video commentary, and those videos get a lot of views. She's going to make a lot of money. So Tyrese is looking at it saying, she makes $150,000 a year. What happens if her platform grows and she makes more and more money? Why do I have to pay her $10,000 a month for a young child? Okay. Why do I have to give Samantha this amount of money when I could take care of the needs of the child? The child really doesn't need much right now. It's almost like that money is going to basically pay all of Samantha's bills and whatever Samantha has going on. And again, this is no slight to Samantha. I'm not here to denigrate Samantha. I don't know her. She's moved on. I think Tyrese, it seemed, he may or have moved on, but I do think he does need to move on to the fact that she's not going to give you the closure that you seek. Women never give men closure. When a woman leaves a relationship, she wants to leave it on her terms. She doesn't care about giving you the closure. I think Tyrese has never gotten the closure that he has sought from Samantha. And I think that's what drives him to do this as well. Because you got to remember, Tyrese is paying child support for another child from his other marriage. And now he's going to be paying child support for this. I think he's paying $10,000 a month for his other child. So now he's ordered to pay $10,000 for this child. So that's $20,000 a month in child support that he has to pay. Right. And people got to understand that, this court system in regards to fathers is about taking money and resources from them and giving it to the women while the court breaks off their own piece. Lawyers get paid too, because I think Tyrese has to pay her lawyers' fees. So it's in his mind, he feels like he's getting the short end of the stick, which he may be, right? He may be, Look at this article from Moguldom Nation. Actor and singer Tyrese Gibson may be best known for starring in Fast and Furious movie franchise, but he is also known for oversharing of personal information and for emotional outbursts. Most recently, he discussed how his second marriage ended bitterly. Tyrese was married to Samantha Lee Gibson from 2017 to 2020. Prior to this, he was wed to Norma Gibson from 2007 to 2009. He and Samantha Lee married on what many considered the year's most romantic day, Valentine's Day of 2017, but the union seemed to have ended as a nightmare after, at least indicated by what Tyrese says. Tyrese, who has a daughter from his previous marriage named Shayla, shares another daughter, Soraya Lee, or with Samantha Lee. During a recent interview, Tyrese, who's 44, slammed Samantha Lee. He said that during the duration of their marriage, she was focused on money and money alone. I left the courtroom during a divorce trial and I realized it was never love. It was just a transaction, he said in an unidentified interview that was posted on Twitter by Black millionaires. Wow. We did a whole marriage and the child just to find out it was all about money and status, he continued. He added that he thought his ex-wife was not in the marriage for love. Imagine me, I was in a relationship with one of the best actors I ever met in my effing life, he said. That's how it is, Tyrese. That's why I wish more men would stop pandering and tell the truth out here. Because there are women out here who do use men for money. There are men out here who choose to date women who have an eye on what they have instead of who they are. And I think that Tyrese, in his mind, because you got to remember, he had just defended her from, I guess, the judge calling her a name or something like that. I'm not quite sure. During his chambers session with the Tyrese lawyer, and Tyrese felt like his black female lawyer was disrespected. But that's why, again, you know, it's very difficult to marry when you're in the industry. You don't really know who's for you. Maybe Tyrese thought she was there for him. Maybe he thought, you know, both of us are very religious people. You know, both of us, you know, we have our best, we feel like we have each other's best interests at heart. But in reality, she just played me like a fool. And maybe Tyrese feels like she played him like a fool. The pair battled out their settlement in court over the course of 2 years. The exes were last in court in 2022, during which her lawyer claimed Tyrese made over $2 million in 2018, a year when he claimed to have been in financial ruin. An outburst by Tyrese almost landed him in contempt of court by the judge, who warned him to calm down. The actor was ordered to pay $10,000 a month in child support. This is not a punishment for you. Put that money where it belongs, in the child. But you're not putting it in a fund. You're giving it to her to do as she will. Tyrese, who is now worth an estimated $4 million, responded to the order. He was also ordered to pay $169,000 in back child support. At the time, Tyrese was already paying $10,000 a month in child support for his daughter Shayla, TMZ report. Now, this is the video clip here. Let's check it out.
I left the courtroom during my divorce trial. Realized that it was never love, it was just a transaction. Wow, so we did a whole marriage and did the whole duration of a child and starting a family, just to find out that it was all about money, status, transaction. Imagine me being the only actor in a relationship to then realize that I was in a relationship for 5 years with one of the best actors I've ever met in my life.
That's how he feels, man. Listen, this is a bad situation. You hope that Tyrese can come to some sort of peace. I think Samantha needs to do the right thing and just tell this guy why she left him. Instead of just, because Tyrese is only going to continue this. He's going to continue this until Samantha tells him why she left him. But until she does that, he's only going to continue to do this because he feels like she left him when she got in a position where she could take from him. And in his mind, he's saying, well, you still ain't told me why you wanted to leave, but you want child support from me. You want me to take care of you, but you didn't leave me. That's the crazy thing. You can leave a person and then want them to take care of you financially. That's crazy, right? But that's what happens. That's what happens when you marry women. They can then leave you once they done had your kid and everything. And then they say, I don't want to be with you, but I want your money. That's the problem that we have. And something has to change. But let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. Like this video and share it. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And I'll see y'all next one.